workshop, tools in hand, balsa wood, we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by, stunt hanger planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting art where passion drums, stunt hanger, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care, stunt hanger, join us there.
All right, yesterday was supposed to be the superfill video, and we'll probably get to the superfill today, but I wanted to do the silkspan first. So of course we got a phone call. Okay, hold on. Hello. Yeah, I called in. I'd like to get a picture of the drop jig and the measurements. Yeah, so your battery died too, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm online right now, so give me a call an hour or so. Or just send me the picture of the drop jig and some measurements. Alrighty. Bye. I don't mind when they're important like that, but when they're nonsense, that's when it drives me crazy. Okay, what I wanted to do is get the silkspan under the superfill instead of superfilling it and then going over the top of it around the fillets and all that. So we're going to go ahead and silkspan. It's got 3 coats of dope on it. And it's filled really good. I mean, and let's see here. Let's see if we can get a close up of what we got here. Yeah. Okay, so let's we're gonna do this side first. And I have this silkspan. It's a medium. It's not light silkspan, but that's okay. And it's 18 by 18. Let's see what size this is. We need to use it up. Anyway, yeah, this is 18 by 16. So we're going to use this silkspan up on this project here. And it should be okay. Okay, so let's wet her up. Remember what I told you about silkspan? It doesn't shrink, it relaxes. And when the water evaporates, it just goes back to its natural state. hopefully we can get through this without warping the fuselage. I don't think it will because it's locked up with epoxy, but silkspan, I mean, it's pretty powerful. Let's see, we got her zoomed in pretty good. Let's zoom out so you can get a bigger picture of what I'm doing. James Ferguson. I guess it has been a while because I don't remember. Well, that really doesn't mean anything because I don't remember shit anyway. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember where I set the tools sometimes. Anybody that watches this channel will know I set shit down and it disappears instantaneous. Ah, you bitch. That's a pretty important step I'm showing you there, rubbing it in. Otherwise, it won't stick. So let's get some razor blades. I do not have plans for this. But I can tell you this, it's going to be cool. Now, where the hell did I set them razor blades? Underneath something here somewhere, I'm sure. There they are. There they are. I like using razor blades better than X-Acto blades for silk spanning for the simple fact you need a sharp one, and X-Actos don't stay sharp. Well, neither do the razor blades, but razor blades are cheaper than X-Acto blades. And of course the sandpaper trick. We'll be using that here in a second. And I can't believe it, she's already stuck. There we go. Get the crinkles out. We don't need no crinkles. Well, it's got some neat features on it that should make it a good profile, a good airplane. Let's just pull this because we don't want a seam there. There we go. All right, let's hit this. Oh, come on now. There it is. I get down about halfway. I'm going to add some white to this so that it starts lightening it up. Okay, we got the nose done on the outboard side. Let's carry on. This won't take long to do. I was going to carbon veil this, but then I got to thinking, you know what takes so much dope to fill a carbon veil? We'll just do silkspan. It's already going to be heavy. Yeah, it's time to start back. Okay, so now, where the hell did I do with that? It's right here. So we don't want a seam right here. We're going to tear this. And that fixes that. And we don't want a seam right there, so we'll tear this. See if it can be big enough. Yep. These are the areas that I want it under the superfill, where I'm molding the cowl into the fuselage. Otherwise, you stand a chance of it pulling up. We don't want that. As I stated, I would like this profile to last a long time. I can use it as a practice airplane or whatever, just to kick around. Slather it on. This is pretty crude. It's like framing a house. Pretty simple. Didn't get ahead of myself. Extra work. Extra work. Now, I've done so much to keep this straight, I'll be heartbroken if this thing warps from putting water on it here. I gotta hurry up and get the other side laid down. Thanks, Phil. That's staying pretty straight, so should be okay. Should be fine. Of course, you never know. We don't want a seam on top of the fuselage, so tearing it down the row like this. Yeah, we don't want a lumber wagon. I'm figuring it's going to be between 55 and 60 ounces, but it's a big airplane. I'm either going to run the Super Tiger 60 or the Rojet 65. They both fit. Yeah, I built one other large profile, and I liked it. It's just too bad I crashed it in Huntersville. It flew really good until it didn't. We're not going to make that mistake this time. I quit using them stupid ball links. All my shit soldered on now. Ball links are good if you don't know how to line up 3/32 music wire, the bushings. But if you think about it, a ball link has a 1/4 inch of surface area as a bearing, and 3/32 has 3/32 surface area as a bearing. Which one's going to have more drag on it? So I can get freer controls with the music wire than you can with a ball link. However, those metal ball links are pretty good, but I mean, as far as freeness goes, I don't know about longevity, but they do use them in helicopters, so. But the problem is the bolts backing out of them. Your results may vary. See store for details. Okay, we're half done. Almost. Not the rudder to do yet. And we're half done. And when I come back, whether it be tonight or whatever, we'll be super filling. These streams and any of the little imperfections will get some super fill in it. And it'll kick off and let it dry or cure or whatever you want to call it. And then we'll start sanding, painting and sanding. And I'm going to get this completely finished. And then when I go to put it together, only thing I'll have to finish is the fillets. I'll do the wing and the stab and flaps. Everything's going to be ready to go. Fillets and the trim. Ah. Well, it's pretty boring watching this. Pretty boring doing it, so it's got to be really boring watching it. Oh, geez. Oh, shit. Hello. Whatever they got. Mediums or the big ones, it doesn't matter. Okay, give me some really big, long ones. Okay, bye. Popsicle stick order. Shit. Okay, there's one side of the airplane done. Let's cut this motor mount hole out. Let's see. I'm still thinking about filling this up with superfill and setting the motor down in it and make it a molded engine recess. I mean that's that's really over the top, but I'd like to make it a good enough profile that I could get 17, 18 points for it at a contest, even though it's a profile. Of course, profile doesn't have any appearance points, but let's say that I need to fly it in an event where it does have appearance points, you'd like to be able to get them. And it did kind of twist a little, so we need to get after it. But it should relax once I get this this side on it. Should be okay. If not, we'll have to hit it with a steam. That water's powerful shit, boy. Now I did the nose first on the other side, but because I have the warpage, I want to get after it and get it equalized. It's not real bad, but it ain't real good. It ain't straight as an arrow like it was. Superfilled is lighter than balsa wood. At least the balsa wood we can get now. Didn't used to be, but didn't used to be. Well, I think that'll stop the warping there. I got it. You just don't want to get it locked up. Once it's locked up, then it's a bitch. It's a bitch. The bad thing about this is that when you paint the airplane, it could happen again. I mean, it's a living thing. I was watching Zyla or whatever the hell Xena. She's building a real airplane. Young kid, young girl. She cut the wood that did a left turn and she couldn't figure out why. So they're going to cut it out and put another one in it just for a stabilizer. Not understanding the power in the wood. Because, first off, I don't think she's built many airplanes in her life. Second, I know she's not. I don't think she's a woodworker. I mean, I got to give her props. She's building her own airplane. Some 100-year-old design. I just put on there. You got to steam it. Relieve the power in the wood. But they ain't gonna listen to me. Just a model airplane guy. What do I know? Considering my job in the Navy was structure, ended up a painter, but who's counting? Painter of gray. Somebody's got to paint it. I cannot explain to you guys how badass an F-14 really was, especially back in the 70s. 73, 74, they were just, man, they were ahead of their time. State of the art. Still a pretty potent airframe as is to this day. It was way ahead of its time, and that's hard to believe. It was designed in the 60s. No, not 3M green putty. No, Superfill, blue, lighter than balsa wood. If I wanted to do that, you just put Vaseline on the engine case and smoothie it in there, and then smash the engine in, and whatever smoothies out, you wash it, wipe it off, and you'd have a perfect match. I don't know how good that'd be for heat. You really need a little bit of breather room down in there. Let me tell you what you don't need. People building a built-up fuselage. I've seen a lot where they put a crankcase vent in the nose. Don't do that. You can't finish it inside there, and it's not necessary. The absolute best cowl maker in the business is Ted Fancher. You need to see some of those, man. They are works of art. Yep, and straightening up. Then once I get this covered, I will wet both sides. Not in this video, but I will paint both sides real quick. That way both sides relax at the same rate. It'll go back to the way it was when I put it under glass and put those carbon rods in there. Carbon toe. That'll all get super filled there, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, still got a little hint of twist in it. Should come back though. It'll be fine. Okay. It'll be fine. Let's get the towel. I need to stop and get some more towels on when I go pick her up. Okay. For it to dry. I gotta super fill that area anyway. So now one Radinsky. for the nose. We'll cover the wings with the same stuff because it's a foamy. It's let's get a new blade. Shit. Oh crap. Oh well. Spill the dope. And the razor blades are ruined. Get them out and see what they look like. Oh, maybe not. Only a little. Yeah, it should be all right. Got the blanket good though. That's all right. They're not very expensive. Harbor Freight. Hardly freight. Should be okay. Don't get excited. It's only wood. Okay. Now we'll try a new blade. Stupid dumbass. Yep, didn't hurt the blades. That's good. Of course, gotta make me bend over and pick it up. Water. Okay. Try again. Try again. The next video will 100% be superfill. So if you want to see how I do that, which is not a big deal, that's the next video. I don't know what I was thinking last night, figuring that I'd get the superfill before I put the tissue on. Getting old. Shit that used to take me 10 minutes now takes an hour. And I ain't talking just about model airplanes. I'm talking about motorcycle mechanicing work. I mean, I can do that in 10 minutes. Yeah, right. An hour later, I'm still working on it. Can't move. Hard time bending over, picking shit up off the ground. So this will get a minimum of 3 coats of dope. Of course, sanded between each coat. Because now we're in the filling and getting it straight. Portion. Okay, so somehow we got this side, except for the nose. I got to do the nose. You see me with this paper towel, rubbing it. Don't forget this step. It pushes the dope through the paper down into the substrate to lock it up. If you don't do this step, you could have the possibility of when you peel up a tape line to peel up the paper right down to the wood. Not saying you will, but I have had it happen. Yep, it's straightened out. Yay! Okay, last piece. I think I will be molding these tips out of carbon fiber because I don't have any real good 5-pound wood. Cancel. Cancel. So I'm gonna have to make my own. So I got some tooling board up there that I can, or maybe I'll just use the foam. We'll make a foam buck and I'll mold them. Now everybody knows there's a shiny side and a dull side on silkspan, and you want the shiny side out. I did not look for that on here for the simple fact I don't think it'll matter because it's against balsa. You know, it's not open bay. But just as a suggestion, I would suggest that you you do put the shiny side up. And that's why Japanese tissue is so good. First off, it's a tight woven paper. Second off, it has a wax film on the upside. And it doesn't suck up much dope. Thank you, Roy. Okay, how do we want to terminate this? I guess we're just going to tear it. Well, that's it. I mean, it's basically finished. She's picking up weight, though. Gonna be portly. Thing. Kind of is what it is. Has all my good RC wood in it. 10-pound shit. And I ain't kidding. It doesn't have any. There's no contest wood in this. And that's all right. I've had some throw together airplanes fly pretty damn good. That red Viper with the VF-46 in it. That was put together in a week. That was a good flying airplane. Don't remember what number it was. I got a picture of it over there. It's got the number on it. I think it might have been 5 or 6. Let's see what's hanging on the wall. No, that had to be about 5, I guess. Let's see. I'm curious now. What the heck number was it? Sorcerer. No. Now I'm not going to be able to find the pictures. Yeah, well, I'll look for it and I'll let you know what it was. It was a good flying airplane, though. That OS-46 VF, that thing had power like you couldn't believe. Okay, that's going to be a wrap. We got it all covered. It took 1 hour. See, is that right? 1 hour and 9 minutes. So about an hour because I had some screw ups. So we'll let it dry. Yep, it's straightened right out, so we're in good shape. Let it dry. And then lightly sand it and a couple more coats of dope. And by tonight, we'll be putting the superfill in it. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. It's that 60s style airplane. That's what I like. I'm traditional kind of guy. Should have heard me whine when they went from spokes to mags and then they went from chain to belt. Shit. I thought it was the end of the world here. Boy, was I wrong. Belt is so much better than a chain. And actually, that came out. The rudder kicked over just slightly more than what it was, so that's good. Because it was, and it might straighten back up. It was perfectly straight. Now it's kicked over a little more. So we're in good shape. Really good shape. But boy, when I first started this thing, before I put them carbon pieces of tow in the fuselage, This thing was a banana, and it was in the wrong direction. Would have been chasing me around the circle. But we're in the right direction now. That's all that counts. Knowing how to get out of it. So my thought is to bring this all the way up, primer, and paint it white. And I'm going to paint that red stripe right down the side while it's off the airplane. And that way, when I put it together, the only thing I'm going to have to paint is the fillet area to blend those fillets in, front and rear. And then it's going to be a whole lot easier to do the graphics while it's laying on the bench, you know, flat. And then put the fillets on and just airbrush the fillets over because you don't want much paint in those areas anyway. And then once that's done, clear the whole thing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It kicked the rudder over probably another 32nd of an inch. So that's good because it was perfectly straight, but now it's kicked over about 3/32, I'd say. Because it was a 16th over. In good shape. All right, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, tonight is our hangout, and you can find us here at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Until then, fair winds, tight lines. See you.